welcome on board this Ryanair 737 flight from Stansted down to Genoa. So let me just get set up on VATSIM, a few other things, and then we'll be away hopefully before too long. So I just got to come up on Squawkbox here. Connect. Such tiny letters. Oops. No. Squawkbox disconnect. Sorry. Right. We are. Excuse me. RYR 82 Juliet uniform. Yeah, Ryanair. That's all looking good. Yeah. Connect. Shift that up the top, and let's get that flight plan filed. So flight plan. Okay. So of course we're in Stansted, EGSS, flying down this evening to Genoa, LIMJ. Cruising altitude, it's going to be 370. Departure time, we're looking to be away by 20 to 8. Flight time is going to be in the region of 1 hour 50, so just short of 2 hours. And the route we are going to be taking, send. Wonderful. Okay, let's get that up. We have ground and here. Okay, let's get the checklist set up. In fact, first of all, let's get the menu music playing. Start flight leg. Configure hardware. Your back visual effects. Okay, so 737 checklist, let's rattle through this and get ourselves underway as quickly as possible. Parking brake should already be on, I think. Yep, battery switch on and guard closed. Let's come over the top here. APU bleed switch off, left forward fuel pump. In fact, don't let me forget to start this. And APU generator switch start. Okay. See where I'm on my Stansted charts a minute. Brilliant. Should be quite a scenic approach down into Genoa. Right on the Italian Mediterranean coast in the north west of the country. First time I've been to Genoa on flight sim, so I'm looking forward to it. I believe it has a reputation as quite a scenic approach, as I mentioned already. So it'll be interesting to see it. Okay, let's get the APU generators on. That's all good. Position light on steady. Logo lights, cockpit lights isn't needed. We're good there. Emergency lights be armed, guard closed. Passenger signs on, seatbelt signs off. APU bleed switch can be turned on now. It already is on. PAX auto high. IRS mode to nav. FMC initialize position. Position in it. Fuel dampener on fuel pumps as needed. Have we got anything in the centre tanks? I think we've got a little bit, yeah, not much. Ground power switch off, engine generator switches off, and APUs on. Window heats. Probe heat, wing, anti-ice off, electric hydraulics off, engine hydraulics are on. Trim air on. Temperature recircs are good. PAX auto high isolation valve switch open. And let's have a look. Engine bleeds should be on. Capitan, thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. Welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy your flight with me today. And thank you also for subscribing so I can see that my notifications, my alert box finally works. Really pleased about that. Let's see, where were we? APU bleed switches on pressurization panel. We are cruising 37,000. Our arrival will be, I'm just going to get the charts up for this. View charts. So the arrival elevation is, I think we're right down on the sea. Airport elevation is only 13, so yeah, we're right down on the sea. I didn't think it was going to be too high somehow, so we'll leave it as 0. Okay. ATIS obtain, yeah, FMC program, so we'll tune in because we do have some ATC online here, so we'll get up the ATIS first and see what we got going. London Stansted ATIS is 12717, so we'll tune that in.
London Stansted information.
075, surface wind 180, 14 knots.
Oh, hi, Capitan.
0 kilometer or more. Cloud detected. Temperature +1.
As I say, thank you once again for the subscription. Welcome to this flight. I've just got to listen to the ATIS and sort out the ATC, and then I'll be able to chat a bit more.
Golf, time 1750. Runway news 22. Transition level. Flight level 75. Surface wind 180, 14 knots. Visibility 10 kilometer or more. No cloud detected. Temperature +14. Dew point +4. QNH 1002. Acknowledge receipt of information. Golf.
Information. Golf.
Stansted information. Golf.
Right, so let's tune in to the ground 12172. 12172.
Surface wind 180, 14 knots. Visibility 10 kilometer or more. No cloud detected. Temperature +14. Dew point +4. QNH 1.
Good evening, Stansted ground, Ryanair 82 Juliet Uniform Boeing 738 on stand 62 with information Golf IFR to Genoa, please.
Ryanair 82 Juliet Uniform Stansted ground, good evening. You are cleared to Genoa via the Captain 1 Echo departure from runway 22, squawk 7404.
Cleared to Genoa via the Clacton 1 Echo departure from runway 22. And could you say again, squawk please, for Ryanair 82 Juliet uniform?
Ryanair 82 Juliet uniform, it's squawk 7404.
Squawking 7404 for Ryanair 82 Juliet uniform.
Ryanair 82 Juliet uniform, read back its correct, report fully ready for push and start.
We'll report when ready to push and start, Ryanair 82 Juliet uniform. Okay, so let's just plug in our I nearly said ATIS. Squawk. That's the word I was looking for. Sorry, it's been a long day. Okay, so that's a squawk plugged in. We are cleared via the Clacton 1 Echo departure, so we can program in the FMC now. Here we are. So of course we're here in Stansted, EGSS, and we are on our way to Genoa, which will be LIMJ, Lima India Mike Juliet. I think what I'm doing for a minute. So I told you it's been a long day. 0 fuel weight, that's in. Reserves, I'll put as 5. I'm too lazy to put up what the reserves should be from the sim brief data. So I typically, no, actually wait, I know a cost index is 6. So typically I just use what comes from the tutorial. Let's see, flight level 370 we're cruising at today. Okay, execute that, come along to N1 limits. Outside temperature 13 degrees, not as warm as it's been recently. Okay, we'll set that, flaps 5 degrees, which gives us a trim of 473, which must be around about there somewhere, I reckon. So, departure, runway 22 via the Clacton 1 Echo. I don't know what it says that, we haven't put our route in yet. So after Clacton we go on Mike 84 airway. That will take us to Nonva. Then direct to Conan. Okay. So that's the right one. UL 607, or Uniform Lima 607 rather. And then that will take us to a cock. One of those amusingly named waypoints. Uniform Mike 150. Direct to, it gets even go from cock now to dick. You couldn't really make that up, could you? UN 852 after that. And that's just to GTQ. So we've moved on from innuendos now. UZ 343. That takes us to Beggar. And then UL15. For a short flight, it's quite a lot of waypoints to put in. Simbrief does seem to like to do this to you sometimes. Rippus. IPUS. And then from Rippus we're on UN 850 again. To Odina. And Mike 77. SRN. nearly there now, just a few more waypoints to go. M858. We'll put all these waypoints in, and once we're underway we'll probably get routed directly anyway, which will remove half of them. This has been a total waste of time. To VOG, which is our final one, I'm happy to say. And then all we do now is go to, actually we'll put our takeoff speeds in first, or V speeds rather, sorry. And then in Genoa we're expecting runway 28 with a VOG 3 Echo arrival. And it's a bit disconcerting not to say, oh, I don't know why that's okay. We're not getting a VOG 3 Echo arrival because for some reason it's not on my star list. Okay, that's interesting. We'll have to we can worry about that en route. I'm not going to waste time now looking at that when I can sort it out during cruise. That's fine. Okay, so I think we're all good. Let's come back up here. So we got the FMC programmed in. I did just update my ARAC cycle, so I'm not sure why the star's missing that one, but I'll have a look again at the charts because it may be that I wrote the wrong thing down. It's always feasible. Before I forget, let's just set up the... No, wrong one. Oh no, I didn't want to press that at all. Shit. Turn that off. Weather briefing, that's the one. So tiny the writing, 1002. It's a QNH. I hope that's not going to give me clear conditions all the way now I've pressed that. That'd be a bit annoying. No, let's turn it back the other way. Okay, QNH is set. We can arm the flight director, turn on the flight directors, arm the auto throttle. And goes on to 210. Oops. LNAV. Don't know what the initial climb's going to be. Let's go with. Well, the chart should tell us actually. We'll have a quick look at the charts, just as it tells me what we can expect. So we are flying the Clacton 1 Echo departure. Why can't... Ah, here it is. Transition altitude is 6,000. We know that. Initial climb, yeah. So ultimately, yeah, I'm going to go for 6,000 because that's the altitude we should be at by Clacton. I don't think he gave me an initial climb on his thing anyway. On his readback. Right. So we got the autopilot set up. Oh, other flight director on. There we go. Warning annunciations. That's those. Water brakes. Rejected takeoff. Transponder. I'll turn that on soon. Taxi takeoff briefing complete. Camera car doors closed. Seatbelt signs can be put on now. So we're nearly ready to push back. Sonar power we weren't using. Fuel pumps are all on. Center fuel pumps on anyway. Electronic. And anti-collision lights on. Packs off and we're ready for pushback and start.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome on board this flight.
Let's come down here.
We kindly ask you to move along the cabin aisle as quickly as possible.
Stansted ground, Ryanair 82 Juliet uniform ready for pushback and start, please.
You can store your hand luggage either
Ryanair 82 Juliet uniform stand 62 for start approved, facing west.
Push and start approved, facing west, Ryanair 82 Juliet uniform. Okay. So we want to push back to the right. That's good.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready.
Yep, we're ready.
Down to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Okay, so we got London Centre, or London Control rather, 123,900. So we'll put that in because we'll have to swap that over, I would imagine, very shortly. Probably as we take off. There we go.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Always takes a while, better push back. When you said it's GSX and P3D, come think about it.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Okay.
Starting pushback and you may start engines.
Alright. Engine generator switches on. AP bleeds off. Packs auto. Isolation valve switch auto. Probe heat on.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
AP generator switch off.
Tow, stand by.
Engine start selectors. Flaps. Water throttle is armed. Flight controls, taxi. My turn offs. There we go.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Stansted ground, Ryanair 82 Juliet uniform ready for taxi, please.
Ryanair 82 Juliet uniform taxi to holding point Sierra 1 via Delta, Hotel and Sierra.
Holding point Sierra 1 via Delta Hotel and Sierra for Ryanair 82 Juliet uniform. Sierra 1. Okay, that's easy enough. Dota. Take the next on the right. Oops.
Ryanair 82 Juliet uniform, contact London Control on frequency 123.9. Have a lucky flight, bye.
London Control on 123.9 for Ryanair 82 Juliet uniform. Bye bye.
All 0 descent altitude 3,000 feet. When established on the low rise at 265, descent on the Glasgow.
Left 240, 3,000 descent established. Next, connect 617.
Modular 680, request forward.
Russian 680, descent flight level 90, fly heading 120 degrees.
Descent flight level 90, fly heading 250 degrees. Modular 680.
Okay. Russian 680, heading 120 degrees.
120, Modular 680.
Good evening, London Control, Ryanair 82 Juliet uniform, holding point 01 for runway 22 departure at Stansted.
Runway 82 Juliet uniform, London Control, standby, get back to you.
Roger for Ryanair.
EV71 Delta Charlie, contact. Standby. EV71 Delta Charlie, contact Skipo approach 121.2.
Suppose let me read back.
Channel 612, speed 160, knots to 4.
1624, channel 612.
Channel 612, hex flight contact with tower 124,
124 to 5, ground job, cheers away.
London Control, Aero 9, requesting taxi to 7 left. Aero 9, taxi... Kilo, right Bravo, hold Nellis.
Fire
taxi. Okay, it's going to be good you just for a moment because the frequency died. If everybody could just try not step on each other, that would be absolutely lovely.
Runway 14 X-ray, the surface winds suddenly at 10, runway 09 is set to take off.
Okay, surface 09, that's right, sir. Go for Charlie, go for runway 09, is set to suddenly at 14.
Oh god, I love London so much.
Of course it's on. Stay with 155.
Are we going to get a clearance or what?
Okay, speed 155, runway 0, correction 27 left, go takeoff, 190 degrees, 11 knots.
Just take off 27 left, speed 155.
Flyer 8764, turn left heading 260 degrees.
260 degrees, flyer 8764.
E3138, E319, D12, Liverpool, we're going to reach the hotel, we can't push back.
EV3138, push and start approved.
Push and start approved at EV3138.
So about 42 Bravo Romeo, contact Shannon 131.150.
Shannon 13115, still bear 42 Bravo Romeo, cheers mate.
Romeo 14 X-ray report, you passing altitude, climb now 542.
Jesus, come on, give me takeoff clearance, pal.
148 passing flight level 020, climbing 2240.
Roger shuttle 680, turn left heading 080 degrees, speed 220 knots.
Turn left heading 080 degrees, speed 220 knots, not 0680.
Fever 442, request climb to plane level 280.
0442 unable, maximum levels 2302, Amsterdam break, flight 8764, descend to altitude 4,000 feet.
I'll go make a cup of tea, shall I?
Descending flight level, just under 3,000 feet, QNH 1003, flyer 8.
Jesus Christ, come on, pal.
Same as Juliet, got Flemington 4 Alpha arrival, descend flight level 900.
Flemington 4 arrival, descending to 90.
Triple Golf Hotel is on 9, if possible, we'd like to start towards Manchester. Station calling, you're unavailable.
Jesus.
SpiceJet 156, flying heading 320 degrees. Hospital 680, descend to altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1003.
Yeah, we'd like to get going now, please. Jesus, this is terrible.
Two stations, 5 steps on each other.
Never mind them. Get me on my way, please, my friend.
Echo, you currently crossing free flight level 900.
206 Echo London, squawk 040, landing 27 right.
040, actually, stay squawk again. Squawk 0340 for speed bar, 63 Echo landing 27 right.
Control, good evening, Speedbird 703, follow 210, descending to Sabre, follow 60, and I have the weather at Heathrow.
0703, thanks, squawk 0303.
0303, Speedbird 30, correction 703.
Rebel Uniform Yankee, contact Shannon, 131.150.
Shannon 131.15, you're on the ground job, we're looking for you, Frank.
If you're doing a grand job, if you gave me my takeoff clearance.
Follow 80, Speedbird 703.
KLM 45 Uniform, in frequency.
SpiceJet 156, requesting that level clearance.
Station calling unreadable, break, Speedbird 63, okay, decent flight level 100.
Speedbird, request descendants, flight level 110, thank you.
KLM 45 Uniform, you're on frequency.
I'm on frequency, sir.
KLM 45 Uniform, squawk ident, report your passing altitude.
Sorry, what did you say?
Okay, just about Speedbird 155, climb now, flight level 350.
Flight level 350, Speedbird 155.
Flyer 8764, when established on the localizer runway 270, send on the high path.
When established, we'll bypass flyer 8764.
Flyer 8764. When established on the localizer, descend on the glide path.
Yeah, we'll descend on the glide path, flyer 8764.
London, Charlie, Golf Course.
Oh, Jesus Christ, come on now, pal.
Charlie, Golf Course, Ashford.
Sorry, Jim Conference Tower Echo the 4th. We've line departure to the east. 4 to Manchester, greetings, dressing inbound, Manchester.
Sorry, Golf Course, you about 5 minutes back, I'll get back to you. Okay, 45 uniform climb to altitude 5,000 feet.
Climb 5,000 feet, go down 45 uniform.
Roger, shuttle 680, turn left heading 350 degrees, speed 180 knots.
Turn left, heading 350, reduce speed 180 knots. North shuttle 680.
EV1803, descend. EV1803, descend to altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1003.
Again, 40 use the 1903.
Send up text, General Wings 47 uniform, descend flight level 90.
Descend 90, Eurowings 47 uniform.
Landing control Ryanair 82 Juliet uniform awaiting takeoff clearance at Stansted.
Ryanair 82 Juliet uniform, thanks, 22 clear takeoff, wind is 190 degrees, 12 knots.
Cleared for takeoff for Ryanair 82 Juliet uniform.
KM 45 uniform, climb now flight level 80, route direct Clacton, Charlie Lima November.
No idea what else he said.
Climb flight level 8, climb.
Thanks. Zulu Juliet Golf landing 27 right, fly heading 130 degrees. Okay, all stations London broadcast is busy. I need you all to listen out. It's going to get very, very busy. Zulu Juliet Golf landing 27 right, fly heading 130 degrees.
2 right, 130 degrees to the Zulu Golf.
Speedbird 442, contact ski pole approach 121.2.
121 at altitude, Speedbird 442, line.
V1, rotate. Positive rate.
Fly 8764, runway 27 clear to land, surface wind 2009 after landing, standard choice.
Flyer 8764, thank you.
Understand that CG2 with you climb in to 15,000 feet. EG200 London, hello. Squawk it out, climb now, flight level 20. I'm sorry, level 20 for EG200.
Landing control Ryanair 82 Juliet uniform passing at 2,700 for 6,000 feet.
Sorry, station crew, there was just on the line again.
That's Ryanair 82 Juliet uniform passing at 3,000 feet, climbing at 6,000 feet.
Hello, Juliet uniform, roger. You know, when you're 7 uniform, I've got Manchester radar, 118.57 right. London Centre now 2 times heading for EG200. Station coil unreadable. Speedbird 70 train, leave Lambourne heading T65, landing T7 right.
Lambourne heading 265, 279, Speedbird 703.
Shuttle 680, then left heading 290 degrees, when established on the localizer, runway 26 left, descend on the bypass.
Arriving heading 290 and our airport plan established. Shuttle 680.
KLM 45 uniform, climb flight level 150.
Climb flight level 150, KLM 45 uniform.
Ryanair 8208 uniform, climb now flight level 370.
Climb flight level 370, Ryanair 82 Juliet uniform.
ED200 route direct Leicester.
Redirect, Mr. May I please have heading speed for the ED200?
ED200, flight heading 360 degrees.
Fine, heading 360 degrees for ED200.
Speedbird 63 Echo, descent flight level 80, landing 27 right.
Descent to flight level 080, landing,
Climb, what are you doing, you stupid
right.
thing?
Aero 09, climb now, flight level 230.
Roger, climb flight level 230, airliner.
Speedbird 63 Echo, lead begin heading 275.
we'll leave, begin, heading at 275 speedbird, 6
Zulu Juliet Golf, speed 220 knots, descend to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1002.
Measure 156, requesting descent.
I'll say again, Zulu Juliet Golf, you need to listen out. Speed 220 knots, descend to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1002, acknowledge.
Speed 2 down to 4,000, QNH 1002.
SpiceJet 156, descent flight level 80.
Proceeding for SpiceJet 156.
SpiceJet 156, descent flight level 80.
Flight level 80, SpiceJet 156.
Shuttle 680, round speed 160 knots to 4 DME, contact Gatwick Tower 124.225.
Speed 160, Gatwick Tower 124.225, Shuttle 680, bye-bye.
45 uniform, climb flight level 45 member of the hello, climb now flight level 110.
Ultra level 110 for Ryanair 459, thank you. London,
Charlie.
London,
Speed 63,
Bravo, Oscar, Juliet Charlie, level 240, squawking 2143.
Roger, stand right. Speedbird 63 Echo, confirm you turn in now.
Speedbird, turn in now.
Speedbird 63 Echo, speed 220 knots, descend flight level 70.
220 knots, descend to flight level 70.
Zulu Juliet Golf, turn left, heading 300 degrees. Clear ILS approach runway 27 right, speed 180 knots.
Then left, 300 degrees, speed 180 knots. So 7 knots, typical.
Charlie, Triple Golf 8 Hotel. Release departure.
Yeah, take on, so we'll get back to you, but it is going to be busy. Then 45 uniform, climb to level 230.
Okay, level 230, okay, level 45 uniform.
Speedbird 63, Echo, make a left turn, heading 090 degrees.
Left turn heading at 090 degrees.
London, good afternoon, Foxtrot Oscar, here Charlie.
Roger, just stand by, we'll get back to you shortly. Ryanair 45905, flight level 190.
Going up to flight level 190 for Ryanair 459.
Speedbird 63, Echo, descent to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1002.
4,000 feet, QNH 1002, Speedbird,
Speedbird 703, speed 220 knots, turn left heading 100 degrees.
Okay, 220 and 100, Speedbird 703.
All stations on the broadcast, we'll be closing in 5 minutes, under that. Then at 14 X-ray, contact shuttle, 131, decimal 150.
131, 150, 1 for X-ray, thanks, sir, bye-bye.
Good evening, Ryanair 5400 Golf, I'm 978, Luton,
Easy. Charlie Golf, Golf Hotel, hold position after got 603, control down space 531, upper altitude 1,500 feet, VFR.
Departure, level 1,500 feet. Over leave, to our station, VFR, Triple Golf.
Charlie Golf Hotel, correct, runway 09 for takeoff from 7 at 10.
9,000 foot. Measure 156, requesting probable descent.
Smash 156, turn left, heading 260 degrees, I'll give you descent shortly.
Left heading 260 degrees, pressure 156.
Speedbird 73, descent to altitude 5,000 feet, QH 1002.
5,000, Speedbird 703.
2703, QNH 1002.
1002, Speedbird 703.
Speedbird 63, Echo, turn left heading 330 degrees, speed 180 knots.
And left heading 330 degrees, and I think the speed restriction again for Speedbird, yes,
180 knots.
Reduce speed to 180 knots for straight.
Ryanair 5400 Golf, I'm 978, requesting start.
5410, pushing start bridge.
Start 3, traffic.
Foxtrot Unit, Charlie Telephone for the lady, descent flight level 160.
Sorry, say again, you're Charlie.
Foxtrot Unit, Charlie, descent flight level 160.
160, you're Charlie.
Ryanair 459, flight level 320.
Excellent, Simon, got up to 320 for Ryanair 459.
Splashed at 156, descent to altitude 5,000 feet, QH 1000.
5,000 feet and QNH 1,000 for flight check 156.
Zulu Juliet, Golf runway 27 right, clear to land 190 degrees 11 knots. Speedbird 6 3 echo, when established on the line for laser runway 27 right, descend on the high path. Okay, I'll say again, Speedbird 6 3 echo, when established on the line for laser runway 27 right, descend on the high path.
Established on the local laser for 27 right, descend by the current course.
Request flight level 220 for ED200.
ED200, climb level 220.
Time flight level 220, something else.
All stations also just London broadcast. Any station that's about to call me and check in, don't bother and closing. So if I don't already have you, don't call me. Speedbird 703, turn right heading 180 degrees, speed 180 knots.
180, slow on the 180, Speedbird 703.
Charlie Golf Hotel leading control destination is the basic service retains walk.
Basic service and keep walk from Golf now.
Yeah, 45 uniform, go 635.
Yeah, 45 uniform somewhere.
Triple Golf Hotel requesting frequency change, Manchester 1855.
Charlie Golf Hotel from Manchester, Hawk 7351.
7351, Triple Golf Hotel.
Requesting frequency change for unit complete for ED200.
Just reach the line 1 second.
Regional.
ED3138, ready for departure, runway 09.
ED3138, right speed was 703, turn right heading 250 degrees, when established local lines of 27 right, descend on the back.
If I want to establish descend with the glide path, Speedbird 703.
Charlie Golf 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 Hotel, contact Manchester radar, 118.575, have your details.
Press control. 128 100.
Just check frequency 118.575.
Sorry, 18575, Golf Hotel.
Zero 6 straight FM speed 160 knots on greater to 40 MA.
Speed 160 knots on greater to 40 MA speed.
Speed 703, speed 160 knots till 40 MA.
160 to 40 MA, Speedbird 703.
008 on standard choice, we're
London Sun, ED3138, ready for departure, runway 09.
Read the text message. 008 on taxi standard choice. SpiceJet 156, turn right heading 180 degrees, when established on the local lines over my 15, descend on the guide path.
Fox, Charlie is switching on. Fox, Charlie is switching on 122.8.
As we've been 6 echoes, T7 right total on 190 degrees, 11 knots, with company traffic behind you, 5 miles behind.
Yes, and then runway 27 right, I will be traffic behind me. 5 miles.
703 AM, just going to close now. There's one aircraft miles ahead on the IMS, and for one behind you about the same spacing, on the Unicom 122, that's right.
22.8, Speedbird 703, thank you.
Ryanair 5 circle.
All stations, London broadcast. All stations except Zibo 663. Monitor Unicom now, 122, that's right, I'm closing the line.
George using Module 2.8. Thank you so much for ATC. Bye bye. Special 156. Yeah.
Okay, we're at cruising altitude. Right, let's sort out using reserve fuel, let me that. Let's sort out our arrival into so VOG. Right, so we just go arrival Alice arrival after 28Z, yeah. So VOG and then Gen and then Tiglo, I reckon. Tiglo. Yeah, I'll probably do it like that. So at Tiglo, we want to be 4,000 and distance 24 and Tiglo's good. GSE. Okay, we can leave it as it is. Oops. Zaki Salam, thank you very much for your subscription. Welcome to my flight simulator channel. I hope you're enjoying the flight. We're on our way to Genoa at the moment. We should be arriving within about, I'm not sure actually, Well, yeah, I've got the ETA on the top of the screen there, so that should be all the information you need. I keep forgetting I've put that up. Not Ryanair landing. Well, let's. Well, you never know. That's always yes, it is Ryanair indeed. Yeah, we'll try not to do a Ryanair landing, although I can't promise anything for sure. Actually, I have to check what the weather's like down in Genoa. Just have a quick look. Genoa. Oh, so many apps on my phone, it's ridiculous. Let me just get flight radar up and we'll have a look at the weather we can expect on arrival in Genoa. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. It's been a long day. I've been at work since about 20 past 5 this morning, so I'm a little bit asleep, which if you saw my earlier stream was very apparent. But yeah, not too bad, thanks. Yourself, you good? Whereabouts are you watching from? Oh, it's overcast in Genoa. There goes a scenic approach then. Wonderful. Is it every time I do a flight to somewhere that's supposed to be scenic, I always get really bad weather? Or it's night time? I was hoping airplane tour, yeah. Ooh, let me see. I can do a few ones. I haven't got any cameras set up for out the. Hang on, I might be able to help you out. So okay, we'll start off from the outside because that I have got mapped and set up. You can see down here, incidentally, a difference between ortho and I haven't finished doing all the tiles across Europe yet. So yeah, this is of course is the Zibo. Yeah, I'll see if I can get in the cabin. Let's see, change internal. Ooh, actually, I know how I can do it. I have to set up a. So tiny, sorry about this. I haven't got it set up on my X camera. How do I get us in the cabin? Oh yeah, I need to go on the control panel, don't I? So if I open the control panel, and then I should be able to, if I add a new camera, yeah, and then I should be able to, hopefully, take you back into the cabin. It's a bit of an unorthodox way of doing it. There we go. It's quite amusing that they've got in-flight entertainment screens, because of course in reality Ryanair don't. So yeah, here we are. Let me just move back out into the aisleway for you. Is this going to let me spin? Yeah, it's going to let me spin around. So yeah, here we are back in the cabin. Nobody on board today, which is probably just as well with the landing I'll do. I think there is an option to actually have passengers in your cabin, but I don't really know what impact we have on the frame rates if I do that. And because I don't typically come back to the cabin, it's not something I typically do. But yeah, this obviously differs from the actual Ryanair cabin, because of course you haven't got this dividing bulkhead here between standard and first class. Actual Ryanair planes obviously don't have the in-flight entertainment, and they most certainly don't have the seat pocket, which is really annoying. Basel, yeah, I can certainly take us down to Basel. Yeah, I'll be happy to do that. I actually have the ortho tiles for Basel. And the Basel airport scenery as well. So yeah, I shall certainly. Let me think who I can fly to Basel with. So we're going down to. Yeah, actually, I can do Basel with. I think Fly UK. Yeah, should be able to certainly set you up a trip down to Basel. It shouldn't be a problem. Won't be today, obviously, because this would be my last flight of the day. So let me see. I'll probably get that one in. In fact, let me just have a look, because it'll be one of my virtual airlines. I'm just going to go onto the booking page now and just double check that I can do Basel with them. I'm pretty sure I can. And then if I can, then let's see, what time shall I do the Basel? I'll probably look to do that at a similar time. Let's say around about 7 o'clock UK time tomorrow. So if you're watching from Europe, that's going to be sort of like, I think, 8 o'clock in the evening Central European time. So yeah, I will certainly do a trip to Basel for you, no problem at all. Yeah, I can do it with EasyJet if you like. I can certainly do that. So yeah, if you want me to do it with EasyJet, yeah, I'll do that with EasyJet, no problem at all. What made you choose Basel? Is it somewhere you like, or it's where you live, or I'm just curious. That's a nice airport to fly into, actually, on the sim. So yeah, tomorrow, yeah, I said, yeah, if we go to Basel, I'll probably do that at most likely 7 in the evening, so 1900 hours UK time. So that will be 8 o'clock or 2000 hours Central European time. Just realised actually, I forgot to this chat. I forgot to set up the Nightbot. Oops. So I was hoping we get some VATSIM ATC from the Paris sector, but unfortunately we're just skimming past the edge of it. We're going to miss Paris. Is there any other ATC? No, doesn't look like it. So that's a shame. We had VATSIM ATC from London. It's pretty busy. It's always a pretty busy sector, London. If you're flying online, it can be a bit difficult to get a word in edgeways sometimes, but it delayed us a little bit departing out. So you were a flight simmer yourself then, on X-Plane or P3D? I'm on Unicom, aren't I? Yeah, it's good. Sure, yeah. I mean, I'll certainly do the Basel flight with X-Plane for sure. Do you fly on X-Plane yourself? Let's see. That's a reasonably busy evening on VATSIM. We've got 551. Yeah, you're very welcome. No problem. Oh, we've actually got 686 people on VATSIM. That's not too bad. Could do with a bit more ATC. Let me see, did I turn the centre fuel pumps off? I'm pretty sure I did. Yes, I did. So good. Brilliant. Yeah, no problem. Well, I'm just using actually a a very cheap flight stick. Actually, I don't have a yoke or pedals or anything. I would like to get them at some point. So I'm just using, I think it's called like a Mad Cats as in the animal. Probably spelled with a K, I think. Flight stick. It literally cost me about £25. It does the trick though. I'm happy enough with it. As I say, I will at some point, or would at some point, like to get a yoke and pedals. Just have to convince the wife that that's a good idea. But but yeah, so yeah, I'm just using basically, as I say, this sort of very cheap budget range flight stick. But it's served me well. So yeah, I can't complain. I certainly don't have one of these like what is it, a Warthog Thrustmaster HOTUS or anything like that. I mean, they look fantastic, don't they? I've just yeah, that's right. Mad Cats. That is genuinely what it is called. Let's see if I can find you the link for it. Hold on, just so you can see what I'm talking about. Yes, so what we got is, there it is. Oh no, that's not it. Oh, that one, yeah. It is. I'm just going to send you the link for it, so you can see exactly what it is. Let me just copy that link, and I'll put it up in the chat. Bear with me a minute. So yeah, essentially that's the flight stick I'm using. Cheap and cheerful, that's the trick. But yeah, I mean, as I say, at some point I would definitely like to get a proper flight yoke and pedals. But yeah, we should see. Yeah, sure, no problem. You're welcome. Right, this flight's going quite quickly because we're already, let's see, not much more than about 200 miles from the top of descent. Ah, okay. Black Widow joystick. Let me take a look at that. Yeah, nice, very nice. Yeah, we got your throttle on the side there. Yeah, that looks good. Let's see if I can get. What are we doing now? So we get some live ATC on in the background. Oops. Contact 128.1. Oh yeah, 28.1. Paris Control, good evening. Ryanair 82 Juliet uniform at flight level 370.
Ryanair 82 Juliet uniform, good evening sir, squawk 5702.
Squawk 5702, Ryanair 82 Juliet uniform. 5702. There we go. So we did get Paris after all. No idea why, because we didn't know where. Oh, wait a minute, yes.
Ryanair Juliet uniform, you are identified. Proceed direct to EVGA. Bravo, Echo, Golf, Alpha, Romeo.
Direct to EVGA, Ryanair 82 Juliet uniform.
Orange 225, we're ready for descent.
Orange 225, descent flight level 240.
Descent flight level 240, Orange 225.
Ryanair 3 Sierra Mike, proceed direct to Soral, Sierra, Oscar, Romeo, Alpha, Lima.
Direct Soral, Ryanair 3 Sierra Mike.
Orange 225, sorry, Orange 225, you are leaving my space, which Unicorn 122 display, so resume all navigation to you.
Unicorn 122, that's made for Orange 225, thank you, bye bye.
Choose Orange.
No, we actually haven't got a headwind for a change. So my next live stream, the time, so that would be, let me think, if you're in Paris, so that will be for you, yeah, 2000 hours, so 8 o'clock Paris time will be, which will be 7 o'clock UK time for me. Is and that will be yeah, tomorrow.
Paris Control, EV313 with you.
EV3138, good evening, sir. You are not notified, standby.
Yeah, no problem.
Paris full for F1 771 Quebec.
France 771 Quebec doing.
F1 771 Quebec requesting transition level at Paris.
France 771 Quebec, contact double approach on 125.820, see you.
25.82 for Paris approach 7 F1 771 Quebec, thank you.
EV3138, you are not on my airspace, call me when you approach.
Let's see. What Unicom on the? Yes, I have.
CV3138. Can you say again, please?
CV3138, you are not on my airspace. Report when you approach of my airspace. I'm Paris Control.
Welcome, CV3138.
Where is Easy 3138? I don't see him. Doesn't look like he's in Paris airspace.
CV3138, you can stay on my frequency.
I think he's gone. Easy
I'm
3138.
Sierra, you're living my airspace.
Say again, CV3138.
Nope, everyone's talking over each other. Good old VATSIM. Not Ryanair landing, please. Well, yes, I hope not. I hope not.
3138, you can stay on.
Although, funnily enough, I have to tell you that this weekend I will actually be flying on Ryanair for real. So I certainly hope. I certainly hope I don't get a Ryanair landing then. They do tend to come down with a bit of a thump, that's for sure. Emirates landing, yes. Nice and smooth. I'll do my best. Can't promise anything. But I had a look at the weather for Genoa, and the winds are light, so there's no excuse not to do a nice gentle landing. So yeah, we'll see. Sure what the runway length is at Genoa. Having said I can do a nice soft landing, how much runway have we got to play with? So yeah, the runway, it's okay, it's 9,500 feet long, or 2,916 meters long, so yeah, it's plenty of space. We should have time to try and get it down at a reasonable landing rate. Yeah, the wind in Genoa is only going to be 4 knots, so that shouldn't give me any problems. It's variable, but it's only 4 knots. So yeah, we shouldn't have. At least that's what it is at the moment. I'll check it again when we're nearer, but it shouldn't give us any issues. Why have I got this squiggly swirly thing on my? Hold on, what's going on here? Let's go to.
Bonsoir, Royal Maroc 793 Yankee.
Step through that. Oh, I see, that's for the.
Royal Maroc 793 Yankee, bonsoir.
That's if we have to go around and the. Okay, that's fine. It's okay.
Royal Maroc 793 Yankee, 737 800. Bordeaux, on demande la clearance pour Casablanca. Alors, je ne suis pas Bordeaux, je suis Paris Centre. Merci. Bonne soirée. Également. Ryanair A2 Juliet Uniform, you are leaving my space, switch Unicom 122 this morning, resume navigation to you.
Unicom on 122.8 for Ryanair 82 Juliet uniform. Thank you and goodbye.
Choose. Ryanair 3 Sierra Mike, you are leaving my space, switch Unicom 122 this morning.
Okay, so we're back on Unicom. Good old trusty Unicom. I'm in VATSIM. This is VATSIM. Pilot Edge only covers the, as far as I know, the west coast and maybe I think into Albuquerque in America. So yeah, we're on VATSIM here. And yeah, I also do fly sometimes on IVAO, although I need to reactivate my account on that because I haven't flown on it for a while. But yeah, I typically use VATSIM most of the time. Usually I get some, if I'm flying this time of day, there's typically at some point I'll get some ATC. We don't have any ATC online in Genoa or Italy, so we're probably on our own for the rest of the flight now, unless someone decides to come and set up on their ATC there. But for Genoa, I don't know how popular Genoa is as a VATSIM destination. Should be reasonably popular, as I said. It's quite a scenic approach. Just not going to see that with the weather because it's overcast. But looking around VATSIM tonight, we've got coverage over in Ireland, up in Scandinavia's always got pretty good coverage, over in Russia, and then we got some other ATC areas: Frankfurt, not Hamburg, sorry, Stuttgart, Munich, and Geneva. Yeah, I've flown both, and I enjoy flying both simulators. What I do like about X-Plane is that, where do I start? It's far better optimized. It's a lot smoother. P3D, if I have the settings on similar levels, so I've got X-Plane, you get stuttering. The other thing I like about X-Plane is the airports. You get great quality of freeware airports and payware airports as well. The airports in P3D look quite dated, quite bland, so that's good as well. Obviously the ortho scenery, then freeware, I mean the Zibo we're flying here is totally freeware. It still amazes me that this is freeware, this plane, because it's really good. It's really come on a long way since they first started out. The only thing I'd say I think that P3D still has the edge on is, and of course the night lighting in X-Plane is far better. P3D still probably has the edge on a range of quality payware. So for example, the only payware I have on X-Plane is the A320. Obviously I've got the Zibo here, but that's freeware. In P3D I have the 737, 777, I think I've got it all in the description under this video, the add-ons I've got. But I've got quite a range of aircraft on P3D, and P3D does have a greater range of good quality payware aircraft. X-Plane, yeah, there's some other nice planes which I haven't got yet. I think the flight factor 767 is supposed to be really good as well. But I would say, yeah, P3D probably still has the edge on that. For example, I have the Majestic Dash on P3D, the Dash 8 Q400. That's really good. I don't think X-Plane. I don't think X-Plane has got a dash. I don't think they've got a dash that is sort of not well liked. What word am I looking for? Sort of reviewed, shall we say, in the community. So when X-Plane 11 first came out, I got it, I played around with it a bit. To be honest, I didn't really get into it. I went back to P3D, and then after a while, after X-Plane's been out for a while, I was like, okay, let's go and revisit it. I start adding on the scenery and stuff, and yeah, X-Plane has grown on me massively. I think I think the way the simulators are going, the X-Plane will probably become the sort of the definitive one that everybody wants to use. And the other thing I've noticed in the short time I've been streaming with this channel is when I do X-Plane content, I seem to get a lot more response from the community than typically when I do a P3D stream. So it seems that definitely I think X-Plane is definitely gaining in popularity. Oh no, yeah, I totally agree with you. I would say that yeah, X-Plane probably does have a lot more that I do definitely like about it. And of course you got the contoured runways as well, which is brilliant. I really like that. It makes for an extra challenge. So we're not a million miles away from our top of descent now. We've got about, let's see, 80, 90 or so nautical miles left to go. So it won't be too long until we descend down into Genoa. For hopefully not a typical Ryanair landing. But no pressure now on me. Yeah, not as I say, not too far away to go. Let's see, 80 nautical miles. We should be beginning our descent within probably about the next 10-15 minutes, and then from there it will take us around about half an hour to our arrival. Oh yeah, I was going to put some live ATC on in the background, wasn't I? Europe, Switzerland.
Whiskey, contact radar 133.1905.
Shuttle 2 for Juliet, cover line 132.405, goodbye.
33405, on shuttle 2 for Juliet.
Ryanair 123, cover line 136.035, goodbye.
36.035 by Ryanair 123. Confirm report with level.
Please heading site, continue heading past flight level 190.
Continue heading flight level 190, 1278, and do you have any turbulence report?
We have no report in the lower levels and record a cluster level.
Fine. Charlie, 75 below, we have flight tomorrow, jump, Edinburgh 150. Luton 3 Echo Charlie, descent flight level 110. 110, Luton 3 Echo Charlie. 3 Echo Charlie, arrival 119, decimal 925, Chanel. 199 at the far, Luton 3 Echo Charlie. 697 Quebec, direct to Hotel 266. It's Charlie Navi, Ryanair 985, whiskey, passing 284, descending 250, inbound, Norway. Ryanair 985, whiskey, USC, identified, descent flight level 180. Descent flight level 180, Ryanair 985, whiskey. Response 278, request flight level 370. 1278, Roger, climb flight level 240. Flight level 240, 1278.
330. Inbound Devzi.
1278, turn left heading 040. Left heading 0406, 1278. Square 1419, descent flight level 120.
Descent level 120, 1419.
1419, arrival 135, decimal 230, Genali.
135, 230, auch ein Senat, 1419.
Yeah, ready to descend. Yeah, we're not far off landing though, but yeah, we'll be ready to descend very soon. As I say, about 50 nautical miles on top of descent. Then we'll be on our way down. Expecting a runway 28, so we'll be landing on the westerly facing runway.
Space 1278, directed Tavo. Space 1278, directed Tavo. 13 Mike Mike.
This space, the present side of it 270.
5 at the 10, what's the contact with 370?
Other side of it 270, Lufthansa 5 Hotel.
278.
Further, Boeing 13 Mike Mike, time inside level 120 and control to.
Boeing 13 Mike Mike, hello, climb level 240.
Inside level 240, Boeing 13 Mike Mike. Dr. 37 Bravo, descent flight level 250.
Descent flight level 250, top 37 Bravo.
35 Alpha Tango request.
Yes.
Can we request to climb to flight level 370 to get constant flight turbulence level 35?
Climb 35 Alpha Tango, return climb flight level 370.
Climb level 370, outline 35 Alpha Tango.
ATM 615, climb flight level 350.
Climb flight level 350, 0615.
Eurocount 4983, Caroline 133280, bye-bye.
133280, your trans 4983, bye-bye. Genoa, Milan 4 Fox Charlie, good evening, Tina has a little bigger.
Milan 4 Fox Charlie, 1185, direct for Dina.
Yeah, thank you so much, Milan 4 Fox Charlie.
Proszę tu wychwila kila, ale nie fajta, ale nie nodina. Proszę tu nie nodina, tam to był na kilo.
Nice, whiskey.
This Corsair Lufthansa 87 Papa, passing 311, flat Edinburgh 330.
Lufthansa Town South, now hello at SATA-III, Albany, Bay North, confirm requested level.
Lufthansa 87 Papa, Albany, Bay North.
Oh, do you mean the background ATC chatter? So that's basically, I'm using live ATC for that, as an app you can download, and you can get actual real life live ATC. I'm currently tuned into, it doesn't cover everywhere, so I usually try and tune it into somewhere nearby to where I'm going. We're currently listening to Zurich radar. So everything you hear on that is what's currently going on in Zurich's airspace, or Swiss airspace rather, because it covers more than Zurich. Yeah, I think Captain Canada. Yeah, I've got some catching up to do with old Captain Canada. I'm afraid. Yeah, only about 26,000 subs behind him. But hey, I've only just started out doing this. I have seen a bit of Captain Canada. I quite enjoy his channel actually. He's doing very well with it. He's a great streamer actually. If you like the 737, another streamer to check out, apart from myself obviously, is I don't know if you've watched Flight Deck to Sim, because he does streams as well in the Zibo. He only does the Zibo, I think, because he's involved in the development of it, and he is an actual 737 pilot. So if you really want to learn about the inner technicalities of this plane, then he is well worth a look at if you don't already know of him.
Descent final 130, 1500 aboard, top to 310 whiskey down. Ryanair 985 whiskey, contact arrival, 119.925. Good evening. 119.925, Ryanair 985 whiskey, schönen Abend, danke.
Oh, thank you very much. As I say, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, I mean, I've been flight simming now for, oh, well, I first started flight simming back in the 1980s, but of course the software back then was very basic, so I never really got massively into it, although I've always had an interest in planes and aviation, and it's only in the last couple of years that the graphics have sort of reached a level where it's like, well, yeah, this is getting, feels a lot more real than it ever used to. So I've been doing this about sort of 3 years now, and yeah, I thought to myself recently, I've watched a lot of other channels and stuff, and I thought maybe I'll put out some of my own content and see how that goes down. So yeah, really glad you're enjoying it, and yeah, thank you for coming along on this stream with me and asking some questions. It's certainly makes it more interesting when you've got someone to to chat to.
Between 34 and 36 not 5. Ryanair 8 Juliet 2, call run 133-830. Bye-bye.
133-830, Ryanair 8 Juliet 2, hi.
Ryanair 380 Alpha, call line 124-035.
I live in Europe. I live in the UK. I'm in the UK. I was actually living in Budapest in Hungary for a couple of years because my wife's Hungarian, but we're currently in the UK.
Are you able for level 390? Cool. Substance 87 Papa, direct to Benot, further climb in about 3 minutes. Substance 87 Papa, direct to Benot, Sebastian. F 23 Tango November, due to fast traffic behind, are able for flight level 390? Negative, we are 3, Air Force 23 Tango November. Okay.
Okay, we're nearly at our top of descent now. So we'll set the altitude down. Let me just double check there's no ATC about I need to be talking to. No, that's all good. We'll get the reset altitude message pop up on the FMC in a minute. We should do. Let's put the FMC in on that. And there we are, reset MCP out. So we'll dial that down. Let's imagine, I have to do this sort of, I've not got any ATC, so let's imagine they've cleared us down to 20,000 feet. Seems plausible. Yeah, it's a great city. I'm off actually there this weekend for a couple of days, a fly out Sunday with Ryanair, and I'm there for a couple of days and then back. So yeah, it's a great city, really nice city to visit. Obviously got the Danube that flows through it, and yeah, it's a nice scenic place, nice food. Yeah, lots to do there. I really liked it there. Okay, we're now beginning our descent down into Genoa. Won't need drag at the moment, so init ref. So our landing speed, let's just set that 142 plus wind correction. 147 should be our landing speed. We'll also set, to see what the minimums are on the charts. Let me just have a look at that in a minute. So our intercept height is going to be 3,370 for the glide slope, and we're looking at, oh crikey, decision height is 776. Wow, that's quite high. Normally it's around about 200. So 776 is our decision height set over here. Oops. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. 700. Yeah, I'll be on Ryanair. Now what I was thinking of doing, funnily enough, is, although obviously this is a flight sim channel, I was going to, when I do fly about, record the takeoffs and landings and then probably put them on a section on my YouTube channel as real aviation. So I'll probably do that for Ryanair flight this weekend, and then you'll be able to see how that went. I'll upload it when I get back next week, and then I'll do like a little real aviation section, and then yeah, you'll be able to compare how the professionals did it compared to how I'm about to do it here. So I'll add that on next week.
Kaby Sonic level 150, runway 121. F141 Golf, contact 118.005. 118.005, that's all good, okay.
Okay. Yeah, this weekend from UK to Budapest, yeah, I'll be flying out to Budapest on Sunday, and then I'm back to the UK on Tuesday, so it's only just for a couple of days, but yeah, it'll be nice. Who's that next to us on there? So my TCAS, so he's above me, I don't need to worry about him. That's fine. Okay, let's come down, set the altitude down to about 10,000, 3,700 and something I think I said was the intercept altitude. Double check that in a minute. We'll have to vector ourselves slightly because it's a bit of a tight turn the way I've got it set up. There wasn't actually a star. There is on my charts, there isn't on my FMC, so I had to improvise a little bit. But no, not to worry, because typically, in reality, you never fly a full star anyway. At some point, the ATC would vector you. So we'll just imagine that the ATC is going to vector us, and I should just fly an appropriate heading and track. Well, I won't be a vlog as such. I mean, what I will do is I'll just literally record my takeoff and landing. It won't be like one of these trip report channels you see where I film half the airport and the flight as well. I'll literally just do the takeoff and landing for you. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I mean, I've only it'll only be on my mobile phone, so don't expect any sort of professional standard video recording. It's not like I've got a GoPro or anything. So, but yeah, it should be decent enough quality that it will be entertaining to see. So, so yeah. So yeah, you'll be able to see Budapest, and of course I'm flying out from where we're flying out from on sim, actually, London Stansted. So you'll see those two.
radar 134.605. Bye-bye. 134.605. 233. Thank you today. Lounge 605, contact the last 128 decimal 835. Good evening. Lounge 605, 128 good evening to you.
So just get myself a weather update from Genoa. It's probably still overcast. I can't imagine it would change that much in the amount of time I've been flying. Yeah, still overcast. Wind's 4 knots. It's going to be a 4 knot crosswind. And 17 degrees. So yeah, I'll bring, as I say, I'll bring you some the landing and the departure out from Budapest. It's actually a very fast-growing airport, Budapest. They've recently built a new section of departure gates, and they're increasing the traffic quite a lot. They've got a lot more flights and destinations now there. So I think the traffic, or the passengers, have grown something like about 12% in the last year or so, something like that. I forget off the top of my head, but I know it's expanding quite rapidly, although certainly not on the same scale as I don't know if you've seen the new airport in Istanbul that's now been opened. That looks amazing. Have to do, I don't know if anyone's done a scenery for it yet on X-Plane. Maybe as and when they do, we'll have to take a trip down there and check that out on X-Plane, the new Istanbul airport. That looks absolutely spectacular. It's projected to be the largest airport in terms of passengers handled. It's going to handle something like, I think, 200 million people, I read somewhere, a year. That's crazy. That's amazing when you think about those numbers. 200 million people. I mean, you think about where it is, Istanbul. It's so central to get to Europe, to get to Africa, to get to Asia, across to America. It's ideal for being sort of a mega hub like that. So yeah, pretty impressive. Okay, it's just yeah, I know. That's what they say. It's ultimately going to be handling is 200 million people a year. And if you think there's only 357 days in a year, I memean that's not far away from sort of like million people a day. I mean it's just okay, not quite a million, but it's close enough. I mean it's an insane amount of people. So I mean think of the logistics to run a place like that, to have enough food for everyone, facilities and everything, just getting everything on site and keeping it all organised, and yeah, it's going to be phenomenal. Right, down through 18,000, so let's get the seatbelts on. Actually, did I ever turn it? Oh, yes, I did turn those off, that's okay, good, so we put those back on. We'll set the auto brake for number 2. Yeah, we've got, I think we've got ortho down there. Yeah, that looks like ortho scenery down there. The clouds are X Enviro. version 1.0, can't think if it's 1.06 or 07, and for the most part it looks good. There's a few graphical glitches you do get with Xenviro, especially when it's clear. And hello, thank you, Absad. Sorry, let me try your name again. Absad Abdesad. I hope I said that right. And yeah, thank you very much. Welcome to this flight. We're just descending down into Genoa, and we should be on the ground in. Oh no, not 200 million in Budapest. The 200 million would be in Istanbul. Budapest passenger numbers, I'm trying to think what they are per year. I'd have to look that up. I can't remember off the top of my head. Let me just check on my charts a minute, as I want to see 3,370. So we're going to have to vector ourselves in a minute to make that turn. Let's just knock that down to 3,370. Thank you very much, Absad. I hope it does go well. Although we're flying as Ryanair, so they do have a bit of a reputation for those. But yeah, we shall see. We shall see how we go. Will we be true to Ryanair, or will we be a bit better than that? We shall see. I just want to check because we've got quite high terrain around this airport, so I've got to be, when I vector, I'm going to have to be a little bit careful because the mountains actually go up to about 4,400 feet. So yeah, I'm going to actually keep myself a little bit higher, as otherwise, especially with it being overcast, the last thing I want to do is fly myself into a mountain. that wouldn't be very good with it, especially as I've got all you guys watching. That wouldn't really be a great end to the stream if I park the plane in the side of an Italian mountain, would it? Might be amusing for you guys. Would be so great for me. Although I think the Zibo does have a working terrain radar, so got to remember where you switch it on now. The terrain radar. Let me see. I know where it is on the Airbus. I always forget where it is on the. Oh, here we go. I knew it was up here somewhere. Terrain. There we are. So yeah, we can see the green mountains out. Just got to be a little bit careful. Because yeah, the last thing I want to do is shove us in the mountain. In fact, I've just realised, so I've been so busy chatting to you guys, I haven't put the ILS frequencies in, and it's 109.3, so we better get those in quickly. 9.3. Good job I remembered that, otherwise we would have made the turn for the localizer, and I've got the sun shining off. That's really annoying. I can't for the life of me see what. Jesus, seriously, that's annoying. I can't actually see what is on that radio screen. That's going to make life interesting. Actually, tell you what, where's the brightness thing on here? Oh no, I've got that hiding over there, haven't I? Ah, damn it. 109. So I put that across. 13, 11, 10. Right. Yeah, brilliant. That's really annoying. I'm going to have to wait till I make a turn so I can see on the right. Pretty sure you can turn the bright. I think that's hiding behind the seat there, isn't it? Hold on. And I can't move across because of the way I set up my. Need that sun out of the way so I can read the radio screen. We'll worry about that in a minute. Okay, let's just watch the terrain because we're going to turn in a minute. So let me think. Local QNH. Oh, I've got to get the local QNH up. Bear with me a minute. So local QNH is 1016. There's so many things I forgot to do. 1016. 500 million in Dubai. I mean, yeah, I knew that was a pretty damn big airport as well. But 500 million now, that is a seriously large amount of people. But again, another very popular hub for people flying on to the Far East, and yeah, going pretty much anywhere. So it's yeah, another phenomenal airport. And of course, yeah, you got Emirates serving out of there, who just fly to pretty much everywhere. Right, I'm just going to have to concentrate on what I'm doing here in a minute. I don't want to make the turn in yet. Let's get that heading select. No, not like that. Ugh. The trouble with XP Realistic Pro is it makes it very difficult sometimes to turn the dials. So yeah, I'm just going to come around this way a minute. We should be able to see the radio. Come on, come on. Yes. 110 point. Oh, sorry, 109.3. We're at the sun. Okay, so we're now vectoring ourselves round. I need to continue my descent. There we go. It's really annoying when it does that. Oh, well, the speed suddenly shot up. Zibo's throwing a wobbly. I know we are descending, that's good. We're on the local QNH. And we'll descend down a bit more, slow ourselves down, and then we'll swing around in a minute. In fact, we'll swing out now. Oops. Yeah, it's very difficult with the way this head movement works to keep your mouse on the dials. You need to turn and you end up zooming in. Okay, we want to head out to sea now to avoid. I know we're well above those mountains, don't need to worry about it. Let's come down to about 4,000. Let's increase that a little bit. So yeah, we'll swing it round in a minute and line up for the ILS. Let's just double check I've got the frequencies correct. 109.3, 109.3 in both the nav pads. 109.3, yeah. Okay, so 3,300 I think it was. So let's swing round now.
2,000 or more until 150 afterwards.
Intercept the localizer at. No, the localizer will be further down, sorry. Very nice landing, thank you very much. Yeah, I hope it will all go well. Let's start getting the flaps out.
Thank you.
Let's arm the localizer.
Foreign Sky 3554, descent flight level 250.
Level 250, orange 3554.
Yeah, we've gone 5 degrees on the flaps. I'll bring the speed down to about 200. Active 1093. I'm surprised I can't see the diamonds yet. It's a little bit disconcerting. I've got the right charts open, have I? Yes. 109.3. So we should hopefully see the localizer. Oh yes. Turn the course to 287. Should have done it the other way.
109.2 on right Portugal 594 November, good day.
Contact radar 134.605, good day.
Don't know why I can't see the diamonds. Pretty sure we've got it set up right. 109.3, 109.3. I've definitely got it set up on that, but for some reason we're not seeing the diamonds, and we're not turning in. Okay, let's. Oh, we'll probably have to do this visual, and then makes it even more tricky. Don't know why we're not getting the ILS pickup. That's really bizarre. Not had that issue before. Let's descend now. So for some reason we're not picking up the ILS. I've no idea why. Makes life interesting, doesn't it? Okay, let's slow to 180 knots. Hopefully we can get a visual on the runway soon. Ah, now we've got the ILS. Okay. That's weird. It's not got a great range, has it? We're in the clouds. Where's it taking me now? Where the hell is this plane taking me? I hope we're going to turn back soon. No, localizer. Where's the localizer not on? There we are. Where are we? Okay, this is interesting. Jesus. Really not sure what's going on here. I said it'd be interesting. This is really bizarre. I know it's not the wind, it's just something's going. My plane's gone a bit buggy, so I'm gonna land this the hardware, I think. Right, just got to clear this high terrain here. Right, we'll try arm the localizer again once more in a minute.
2500.
Alright. Really not sure what's going on here.
Actually, it should be right. 132140.
CWSR, I'm not sure what that is. I've not had that come up before. We keep losing for some reason. The oh, there it is. It's back again. That's really bizarre. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Oh, it's gone again. Yeah, it's back again. I'm well clear of the terrain. Really not sure what's happened to my right, it's back again. Now we've lost it again. Now it's back again. It's gone really buggy for some reason. So I think we're probably going to be landing this manually. There's no, yeah, okay. What's going on? I don't know. The ILS is playing up, although we seem to be on it now. Let's okay. Let's put in the approach, second autopilot. Okay. Let's see if we will descend with the glide slope or not. Landing speed, what was that? Landing speed is going to be 147, so we'll slow for that in a minute. Let's arm those. Oops. Before we forget. Okay, I've got the runway in sight. Let's slow down for our landing speed now. Yeah, we'll be putting our gear down very shortly. Okay, down comes the glide. Down comes the yeah, the glide slope. So hopefully it will catch, and we'll be good. We seem to be offset from the runway though. We're definitely not lined up with the runway. This must be an offset ILS as well, so we will get the gear down now. Flaps coming down. Hopefully we're going to descend with the glide slope, and we'll want to go manual in a minute anyway because it's an offset ILS. At least we're descending with the glide slope. 30 on flaps.
Moderate turbulence record was 7.5 minutes ago. Company traffic and position was 60 miles.
Okay, I'm going to switch over to manual control because we're quite offset from the runway. Oops. Need to get that speed down because we're going quite fast. So gear is down, 3 green, flaps 30, auto brakes armed. We just need to line up that runway a lot better because we're quite a way off it at the moment. A little bit low. Let's come. Okay, it's a bit more power.
Yes, we actually checked just with the aircraft out of here, and they have work in progress, so we expect to transition Orbit 1 X-ray, then Lorette 1 Delta, for runway 04 left.
Oh, drifted off the side again. Can be a bit of a handful to land the Zibo sometimes. That's what I like about it. Keeps you on your toes. Okay, Pappies look good. Need a bit more power. Good luck, yeah, I'm going to need it, I think. I'm going to need it. We still seem a little bit off. Oh, now we're above the glide slope. Let's concentrate on what we're doing a minute. Okay. Now we're a bit too fast.
3415,
Oh, we're way too fast, and we really need to kill that power back.
3390, descend level 170. 170, first safety now. Katy was late to move.
50, 40, 30, 30, 20, 20, 10.
There we go! And we're down. We're down. Yeah, speed brakes should be deployed. Yeah, they should be out because I armed them before landing. So if we have a yeah, they're out. Okay, welcome to Genoa. I shall just go and taxi up, and then we'll have a look at the landing. Thank you very much. Yeah, that worked out all right in the end. That wasn't too bad. Looking very nice here in Genoa. Wow, this place must be fun to fly into in real life. Okay, flaps in. And we'll just taxi along now. Tells me my landing rate. I don't know if you can see that on screen. I've got my little app that I have to get a landing rate thing to put on the actual stream so you guys can see. I forgot about that. But it tells me that we landed at a landing rate of 129 feet per minute, which is pretty much bang on where you want to be. So I'm really pleased with that landing. That's definitely not a typical Ryanair landing. We can turn the auto brake off now. Normally in reality it'd switch the APU on and everything now, but I'm just going to flaps 30 or 40. Okay, so what you choose, you would use flaps 40 depending on the length of the runway, and yeah, we did come in a little bit fast. If we got a short runway, you definitely want to use flaps 40, and the same if the runway was wet as well. But yeah, we landed with flaps 30. Yeah, you're right, we were perhaps a little bit fast as we came down there. I let the speed run away a little bit. But yeah, we got down alright. But yeah, I'll just park up, taxi to stand, and then we will pop back and have a look at that landing in a bit more detail. Where are we going to put this? It's a nice little airport, isn't it? Let's park next to this. No, let's go over to next to the Alitalia flight over this there, where the jet bridges are. So yeah, I definitely agree with you there. I think we were perhaps a little too fast as we came in. Unfortunately, as far as speed brakes, once you go beyond a certain flap setting, I forget what it is, but you're not supposed to actually use the speed brakes. So yeah, I should have just done the speed control a little bit better. But yeah, I just wondered, my attention just drifted off slightly. So anyway, here we are. Let's just stop at the gate, gate 401. Oops. And parking brake. Engines off. Just file that. File. Okay, toggle replay mode. And actually, before I do that, I need to disconnect from VATSIM. There we go. And now let's have a look at how we did there.
Lufthansa Ada for Mike 1, 36, 35 knots. At higher levels better.
370, we just had a report of light and sometimes moderate chops.
Ocean 4909, climb level 240. 240 is on 409. 640 Charlie, descend to flight level 130. Descend flight level 130, 640 Charlie. 3797.
Okay, so if we pop to the outside a minute. I think we're a little bit off the centre line as well. Yeah, good on the touchdown rate, that was good, but yeah, a little bit further off the centre line than I would have liked. Welcome to Italia, indeed. I'm not even going to try an Italian accent. Pizza or lasagna? I tell you what, that is the question of the day. Oh, that is a very tough choice. I'm actually going to go for lasagna. I think a real well homemade lasagna is hard to beat. Let's just have a look from the runway perspective as we came in there. Yeah, so the touchdown rate was good. Could have been a little bit more on the centre line, and as you said, yeah, we did come in a little bit too fast. Yeah, those ILS issues on approach were interesting. I don't know what was called. I suspect it is because possibly that the high terrain was interfering with it, perhaps because we came over the mountains just as we came in. So, Capitan, thank you very much. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. As I was just saying to Zaki, the touchdown rate was good. As you can see there, we're a little bit further off the centre line than I would have liked, and we did come in a little bit too fast. Yeah, definitely. Let's just have a look. Let's go the other side for a nice view of the city as we come in. Yes, I landed with 30 on the flaps. That's quite correct. And there we are. That would about do it for me for tonight. Tomorrow I will be bringing you, as requested by Zaki, a flight down to Basel. We'll be departing from Luton down to Basel with EasyJet on X-Plane in the flight factor A320. Thank you very much everyone for coming along with me for this flight, for liking and subscribing. It's much appreciated, and I'll see you guys again on my next flight. Have a great evening everybody, and look forward to being back on here again tomorrow. So yeah, I'll see you guys all again. Goodbye for now.